we've got an offensive line situation, which obviously this has been a position of trouble in recent years, but getting better. So a couple familiar names here, guys with experience. DJ Scaife moving to tackle, and Navon Donaldson, who we missed last season, of course, but with a wealth of talent as an all-ACC performer, going to right guard.
Yeah, so moving Navon Donaldson back in to the lineup. Let me align my computer more. There we go. Sorry. I figured I'd sit back because I had this recliner, so instead of leaning forward, but whatever.
We're used to you being right on the edge of your chair, right?
Yeah. I mean, usually I might lean back up if I'm getting into it and everything. But yeah, it was a long day at the secret day job, so I'm gonna lean back just a touch. That's my good choir posture too, at the front of the chair. Anyways, so Navon Donaldson coming back into the lineup is big just because he's such a massive guy. He's the kind of NFL-sized lineman that Miami needs. And we've seen it from him in the past. Obviously, a freshman All-American in his freshman year, and still solid performance. Moving to left tackle, okay, no, that's not his ministry. That's not his spot. We're going to put him back inside at guard. And, working to lose some weight, get in shape, recover from his knee injury and everything. Played at the end of the year and really played well. And he helps the run game so much. And we're seeing that and hearing about that in practice. These running backs are really taking a step forward. They're having room to operate. And that's because you add back a guy like Navon Donaldson. And that's his main skill set. Pass protection also, but you're really, 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 really talking about the run game with him. So that's going to kick out DJ Scaife, to right tackle. So now you have a competition there between Jared Williams and DJ Scaife. And Scaife has played almost every position on the offensive line in his time here at Miami. He started a lot of games. So you got, two guys battling at right tackle who have game experience. I mean, Jared Williams is a 24-year-old, sixth-year senior, So he has a wealth of experience. He's already played 4 years of he redshirted and played 4, and then, everybody was able to come back if they wanted, so he came back. So, you got a veteran guy like that, more of a pass protector and kind of I'll get in the way guy in the run game versus a DJ Scaife who has more of a balanced kind of skill set there. But that's going to be a battle to watch. You have Donaldson at right guard. You're going to be between Ja'Kai Clark, who's really reshaped his body, and Jalen Rivers, the blue chip freshman, super freshman. I don't know what to call him, but he was in the 2020 signing class. Didn't really play much last year. So he's a super freshman, redshirt freshman. I don't know, but super freshman guy. But he's another, 6'6", 325, 330-pound dude. So you got another, SEC NFL-sized guard if you go with him there. So that's going to be battle at left guard. You got Donaldson pretty much entrenched at right guard. You got two veteran guys at right tackle. You got Zion Nelson, who pretty much is locked down that left tackle job. You got Corey Gaynor at center, and so, you got, 8 guys for 5 spots, legitimately, at this point? The 5, 6, 7. And then, you can probably add in somebody else, maybe a John Campbell, battling for playing time as well. That'll take you up to 8 guys. And then you have other guys, down the line. You're really not going to lean on your freshmen, which is awesome because you give them time to develop. Michael McLaughlin looks like he's going to be the steal of the year. He's already up to 6'8". He's, 280 pounds now. I've seen him doing powerlifting and things like that, really reshaping his body, getting really, really strong. This is a guy, okay, maybe not first year, maybe not second year, but third year here with that, 6'7", 6'8" frame and everything. Hey, maybe that's a guy who will really factor in moving forward. You also have Isaiah Walker Jr. He's getting reps. He's working a little bit more at guard than tackle right now, which is a little surprising because I think that he should be maybe in the pipeline for tackle down the line, if anything, Isaiah Walker Jr. But, that's, 9 guys. Well, it's 8 and then, a possible in Walker for 5 spots along the offensive line. Definitely an upgrade there. and we haven't even mentioned guys who are older on the roster, like a Zelante Hillary, who was in the same recruiting class and same high school as DJ Dallas years ago, 5 years ago, I want to say now. And then Kyleon Herbert, who's another 4-star from American Heritage, one of the very few, if only guys, one of the very few guys we've gotten from American Heritage recently. And he was a blue chip recruit. And I didn't even mention him until 10th, 11th. You know what I mean? So the fact of that is really just showing the progress and, the movement forward at offensive line. Shout out to the recruiting, shout out to the development. And also, you fill those gaps with with a transfer here, in Jared Williams and things like that. So this is really yeoman's work by everybody, especially, the strength and conditioning staff, and then Garen Justice, the offensive line coach, because we need the offensive line to really take a step forward, period, just to be where we want to be. And I think that we're seeing that. And in terms of the number of players and and their performance right now, I'm optimistic that what we see on the field in the fall is going to be a big step forward in terms of the offensive line for the Miami Hurricanes.
Because like we talked about in transitioning from Dan Enos to Rhett Lashley, and you detailed this a number of times for us, how he was going to play to an inferior offensive line and be able to scheme around that at times. But you don't want to have to do that. You want to be able to call what you want to call because your offensive line is competent, not, we got to get the ball out of King's hands quickly. We need to do this. We need to do that. Trick people. Rather than when you want to mash somebody, you should be able to mash them if you're Miami. And
we did, but the team that we mashed was UAB, and then Florida State, but Florida State was garbage. So, but think about it. Like, when did we lean on somebody? It really was, it took into the second half against Louisville when we figured out, that mismatch in the secondary thing. So we created the space up the offense is right, defense is left, and had those 2 touchdowns on back-to-back 75-yard plays. But, like, just sitting there and leaning on somebody, there wasn't a lot of that, and you're going to want to have that. And then just a lot of negative performance from the offensive line was covered by De'Aaron King doing De'Aaron King things. You know what I mean? Even in that UAB game, that one where he had the half spin one way, half spin the other way, and then he's up, for 28 yards or whatever it was on that run. That was a singular play made by a singular player. That wasn't great. That wasn't a great call, that got him there. That wasn't great protection. That was, look, fire, watch out, look out. I see a guy as I'm dropping back. Okay, I'm going to do something because I have the ability singularly to do something to overcome that. And there's going to be those plays. Everything's not going to be perfect. You're not playing NCAA 14 on freshman difficulty. I get it. But you want to have less of those completely terribly negative plays and possessions that we saw from the offensive line, because if they get blown up, like they did sometimes last year, that inhibits the ability to do anything else. So them really developing and thinking as a forward matters.